The issue of increasing your average fee is an important one, but again, it requires an understanding of the drivers. So again, why do accountants and bookkeepers struggle to systematically increase their average fee? One of the key issues around this is their focus is often on productivity. They get blindsided to the relevance of their service offer. So because they're not out focused on an external perspective, because they're thinking internally, how do we get all this work done? How do I get this done efficiently and profitably? They forget thinking about the real market issues that their clients are facing. Remember, your in-house business needs to reflect whatever you need to do to serve the outside. But unless you're taking focused services outside, then your inside's just going to turn into a sweatshop, and that tends to sort of slow everybody down. One of the other key drivers why people struggle to increase average fee is a lot of accountants, when they do want to get into the advisory space, they struggle to clearly articulate the value and therefore justify the extra fee. So for a lot of clients, they can't see the value because, again, the accountant's not clear in it. Part of that is because you haven't done enough in the advisory space to really believe in it somatically, so that when you're talking about someone, it's not even an option in your mind. It's just the way to do the job properly. So getting into that advisory space, I would suggest even so far as doing 2 or 3 for free if you have to, just so that you get fully convinced of what it is that you can do for clients, and then make sure that you justify that fee thereafter. Another reason why people struggle to justify a higher fee, in many cases, their client base is actually not best suited. Because of years of lackluster involvement, lack of relationship building, and lack of rejuvenating the client base, some of the clients you're going to have either disengaged from yourself, or you're in a position where maybe they've got to the end of their commercial life. So again, having an understanding and getting involved in highlighting new clients and bringing them and freshening that up is really important. But the other key area why I find where people struggle to grow their average fee is because of what I call permission boundaries. So as a professional, you are used to engaging in a certain way, and your client has learned that that's the pattern of how you work. So now what you need to do is create in your mind the permission to extend the areas that you talk about. Now, I'm going to encourage you to try and break away from the thinking of the virtual CFO, because a CFO, remember this, a CFO in a corporate assumes that somebody else is taking care of HR, taking care of marketing, someone else takes care of sales, someone else takes care of production, right? And the CFO has got a financial team, and then there's a board. So there's all this infrastructure. So if you go focused on, I'm going to go to a business owner and I'm going to help them be that virtual CFO, the majority of small businesses where you offer that service do not have anyone helping them with their people, their process, their planning, their sales, their marketing. So you've got to shake off that thinking that you're just going to stay close to the things that you already know. You've got to push it wider. And when you start dealing with all the issues that your clients are dealing with, the average fee will just fall out because they're genuine solutions to genuine problems. Now, the downside of not consistently increasing your average fee, again, it's really easy to become complacent. Same old client, same old way, let's just deliver it the same old thing that we do, right? The next thing is, it's really hard to take relevant value-added services if you've got bottom line pricing. So you've got to somewhere along equate the fact that if you really want to help someone, there's got to be the means to afford it, and you've got to step it up. Now, that might mean developing different ways of delivering to hit different price points. There are many ways you can solve the problem using today's technology. But the other key thing not to forget, right? If you're not increasing your average fee, it's probably a sign that your overall revenue is a bit stale, and perhaps your bottom line profit's not what it could be. That's going to play a big part on your confidence and your focus and your overall enjoyment for work. Your enthusiasm to want to get out and help people is being sort of pushed down because perhaps you're frustrated at your own performance and lack of income. So it's really crucial that you take these issues, you break them down to the small drivers, you start whittling away on them, because as you start to see those fees come through, confidence builds, you can afford the new services, you can afford the branding and so on, everything sort of rolls on from there. So that's some key reasons why you need to focus on increasing your average fee, and what you're going to struggle with if you don't make it a priority in your accounting or your bookkeeping business.